If you want to fly Emirates First Class from Dubai to just about anywhere right now, it'll likely cost you upwards of $10,000, which is objectively expensive. I scored an Emirates First Class ticket from Bangkok to Dubai and then on to Frankfurt for $3,168. That's 12 hours of luxury for half the price it would typically cost to fly from Bangkok to the US. My colleagues at TPG challenged me to try and get my money's worth on the first leg of my trip, which comes to a total of $1,584. I mean, this shouldn't be too hard to accomplish. Emirates has some incredible onboard amenities, an amazing food selection, phenomenal wines, and a very rare cognac. I'm not even a big cognac guy, but hey, I'll take one for the team. I'm Eric Rosen. I'm going to attempt to evaluate all the perks that come with my Emirates First Class flight, and you're coming with me. First stop for savings, the lounge. With my Emirates First Class ticket, I got access to the airline's lounge, which is for business and first class passengers. It's got a full buffet, so I think it's gonna save me a little bit on breakfast. Ooh, omelet with spinach and feta. And some Thai fried rice, of course. Ooh, and some champagne. I think I'll wait, although Perrier Jouet is hard to turn down. This is my reserved seating area just for me, and I decided to pick up a spinach feta omelet with some potato roasty and mushrooms, a cappuccino, a beautiful little fruit plate, some Perrier to whet my appetite and quench my thirst, and then some pineapple juice, which just seemed nice and refreshing this morning. So I would estimate this saved me, based on the prices at my hotel, maybe $15 to $20. So it's not much, but it's a start at chipping away, and we'll see what else lies in store. All right, now normally I'd board first class through the upper deck over here, but I love going up that staircase in the plane, so I'm just gonna go down through the jet bridge to the lower level. Hello. Hello. Boarding pass?
Good morning, Eric.
Thank you.
Follow me up the stairs.
All right, thank you. I wanted to climb these stairs because there's really nothing like it. It brings back the glamour of the jet age, if you ask me. Good morning. Thank you for having me. Emirates First Class. On the top deck of the A380, there are just 4 window suites along each side of the plane, and then 3 rows of 2 seats each in the middle. I'm in one of the window suites, Suite 2A, and these are just as beautiful as I remember. Like, there's so many of these like wonderful sort of high-end finishes, including this glossy wood and all of these gold embellishments. So I know it's a little over the top for some, but I just love it because it gives you that sense of glamour and really stepping on board and having this beautiful private space all to yourself. And the pièce de résistance is the cocktail bar that's back here. Very popular place to spend part of the flight. What's so cool about it, this looks like one of the newer cocktail bars. So there used to be benches just along the side there. And now what they've done is they've put these booths in so you can have a little privacy with some colleagues or whoever you're traveling with. And then a smaller sort of horseshoe-shaped bar here with some chrome finishes. Very deco, very cool. I'll be back here for one of the drinks that's gonna help with my tally. Here in one of the famous shower suites aboard the Emirates A380. We're still on the ground now, that's why you can hear the soundtrack a little bit, but I wanted to just have a little look around while it's still pristine. I'll come back and use it a little later in the flight to get cleaned up. Have you seen a lavatory on an airplane that is this huge and tricked out? Because they're few and far between, unless you're flying Emirates, of course. Here is the famous shower, temperature control, and a dial that tells you how much time you have remaining, because you get about 5 minutes, but you can turn it off and on. Sink with a huge vanity so you can get ready. Another little sitting area so you can sit down and get ready. And then all this space, I just can't get over it. I'm looking forward to using it a little later, but I just wanted to have a look around before anybody else got in here while it's so clean, and we'll see if I get to use it a little later in the flight. I think one of the things that's going to get me pretty far ahead in my tally is this amenity kit, which is from Bulgari. It's got a lot of the usual inclusions like dental kits, some tissues, but what I was waiting to find is this little pouch from Bulgari, which contains a few very high-end items. There's this hydrating body emulsion, aftershave balm, a little cleansing towel, some lip balm, and the coup de grace, the La Gemme Tigre. I think that means tiger's eye. It's a special line of perfumes and stuff. So I saw a larger bottle of this on sale for about $350. This is about a third of that size. So right here, I think we're looking at, let's say, $130. So I'm well on my way to that tally, I think. Of course, as part of this exercise, I had to try a little bit of the $100 a bottle Bulgari perfume, the Tigar. So let's see how it smells. Ooh, it's really nice. It's like citrusy and fresh. It smells delicious. I'm gonna smell great when we land. One thing you get on Emirates flying first class is traditional Arabic coffee and some dates from Batil, which is a wonderful confectionery company. I love almonds, thank you.
Enjoy.
And the famous P2 has made its appearance, Dom Pérignon Plénitude 2, 2003, which is a very special release that only comes out in certain years. So does the regular Dom Pérignon, but this is even rarer because what they do is they take the vintage champagne from really special or great vintages and they age a portion of it on the lees, which is, not to be gross, but the dead yeast cells from the secondary fermentation that makes it so fizzy. For another 15 years or so, and then they release it. So there's only a very small amount in the world, and it's hard to find. And this goes for about $500 or $600 a bottle. So I'm betting each glass is about $100. So let's give it a try. So much freshness and vibrancy, vitality. This is phenomenal. So I plan to have maybe 2 or 3 glasses of it. It's a long flight, and see what else they have. One of the most fun parts about flying Emirates is the fact that there's a cocktail bar back here. They have a very special cognac called Hennessy Paradis, which has over 100 brandies in it. Some of them are over 130 years old. It tends to be quite expensive and quite rare. I haven't tasted it. I don't know about any of you, but I'm excited to today. It is so good. Honestly, it's okay. None of this sounds quite pick up, but this is incredible, honestly. This Hennessy Paradis is like nothing I've tried before. It is so smooth and rich. It just sort of coats your tongue in these toffee, caramel, coffee flavors. I guess I never knew what cognac could taste like before until trying this, so I'm glad I got the opportunity to do it. All the fixins for caviar, and more of the fixins for caviar, and that's the double portion. This is wild Iranian caviar. From what I read, it retails for about $80 an ounce, and this looks like 2 or 3 ounces. And at the very least, I know I will eat 3 ounces because I'll order a little more. So I'm guessing what's here on this plate is worth about $340 or $50. Still going on the wine. I was careful about that last glass of champagne. Well, now it's time for some Chardonnay from Western Australia. It's the Howard Park Allingham Chardonnay. Really fresh and delightful, and again, it gets your mouth watering. It's sort of what you want from a wine on an airplane. And best of all, it helps my tally. And now for the meze. I'm not going to fill up too much, but this is a really nice meze plate. Back home, actually, I just had something that looked just like this, and it was about $25. It basically had all the same inclusions as this, maybe a little more tabbouleh, although there appear to be some other stuff here. Okay, let's call it even. Let's call it $30. Thank you. Not to turn this into Eric's airplane wine hour, but these wines are too good not to talk about. First up, I have this Chateau Pichon Longueville Lalonde 2005, and it's a wine I would be thrilled to drink on the ground, but it is tasting really nice up here, actually. It's got those beautiful like notes of red berries, like red currant and stuff like that, and some herbs, just a little bit of earthiness, but very fresh, very light. And then Clarendon Hills Australis Shiraz is like just a sort of heady perfume that gets you wanting to eat that piece of steak that I ordered this with, actually. Good things come to those who wait. I actually don't eat red meat on the ground very much, so this is something of a treat for me. It's a beautiful fillet of beef. I asked them for it medium, which I like, and it's great. It's just a little bit medium rare. I'm going to try it with my Bordeaux first, and then the Australian Shiraz, and see how we go. And it's delicious. Hello from the shower suite. on Emirates. Now, I'm not taking a shower just yet. I'm going to wait before landing to do so, but I am here to change into the pajamas that they provide customers with. These are supposedly moisturizing pajamas. I looked them up online a couple days ago. They cost $55 per piece, so presumably for the tops and the bottoms I'd be paying $110. So I'm adding that to my tally for sure, and hopefully they will be moisturizing because they've got all sorts of things in the fabric apparently that are supposed to be good that just sort of nourish your skin as you move them. They're really quite comfortable and flowy and cozy and stuff like that. I could actually imagine wearing this top out, maybe the medium, maybe not this one, out on a cold night in LA. So we'll have to see how it goes and how breathable it is while it's sleeping, but I'm happy to add this to my pajama collection. And now a little cheese course. It looks like I have 5 options, like some brie and camembert, maybe a little manchego, some cheddar, some blue, along with some nice fruits and nuts. I'd say that's worth $15 or $20. And now, time for some Sandeman's 40-year-old tawny port. It's younger than I am. Nothing like a little port and some cheese. The peach crostata. And the Chateau d'Yquem 2008. Beautiful color. The Chateau d'Yquem is so good just on its own, but it's phenomenal with this peach crostata. It's got these like candied tangerine and roasted almond notes. It makes you want to take another sip or take another bite of whatever you're enjoying with it. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's shower time. So I'm gonna get undressed and have a go at the famous Emirates shower. There is the water monitor. When you get to red, you've only got about a minute left, so you better get everything off of yourself. Now, I know I said I wouldn't be taking you with me, and I'm not. Dirty. But the one thing I did remember that is probably quantifiable about this is that Emirates offers you Voya Spa products. I think I showed them in my pre-flight tour here, which are from Ireland. Now, I couldn't find this exact set. It's probably made just for the airline, but I did find a travel shower and skincare kit that seemed pretty comparable for about $80. So I'm gonna say this shower is worth about $80, but again, priceless. All right, here goes, starting the shower. There you go. It's time for a shower on Emirates. Not bad. We're just over an hour until landing, so it's time to make a bit of a final ledger to make sure I'll make it over the finish line. So let's see what happens. And while I think of it, I guess this moleskin is worth about $20 too. I feel like I came pretty close to 1581 on this flight, and what can I say? On the second leg, I'll just do better, and I'll try to drink a lot more Hennessy Burgundy, but I wanted to stay awake and enjoy everything this time, so I did my best, and now I'll know exactly how to pace myself for my next Emirates flight. 6 hours just didn't seem long enough to experience all Emirates First Class has to offer, but alas, it was time to deplane. I was escorted through Dubai Airport and got a complimentary ride in a BMW 7 Series to my beach resort an hour away. Come to think of it, I'd estimate the escort and ride cost about $130, which means my money's worth challenge was a success after all. See, I told you it wouldn't be too hard to accomplish, though if my colleagues at TPG want to send me out on another attempt, my bags are packed.